Good afternoon. We are flying the Darkstar, experimental, fictional, whatever you want to call it, scramjet. It's got 4 engines, but there are only 2 pipes on either on the aircraft, one on either side under the tail, the vertical tail, the vertical stabilizer. Anyway, we're taking off from Oxnard, and we're heading for it might be Camarillo. Yeah, it's called Camarillo Airport. They have an air show down there every year, and I've never been there, but I've got a chance. Anyway, we're going to take this up to 50,000 feet, and a little more than halfway there over Lancaster, we'll shut it down. And about 50,000, we could get up a little higher, but then and we can't get back down. And what I'm trying to recreate here is the X-15 used to go up to 100,000 feet. This Darkstar, fictionally, experimentally, goes up to 100,000 feet. The X-15 got up to, I think it was 4,000 miles an hour, Mach 3. Might have been Mach 5, 4, 5, somewhere in there. And that was back in the 60s. Maybe they might have had a flight in the 70s. And then satellites came along, so they really had all the experimenting with near space, and they stopped the rockets that re-land. But they did think up the Space Shuttle, which came back out of orbit, and it didn't have any power. It just was some people called it a homesick brick. But it did have these little wings on it, and it actually flew. It glided. And so this airplane probably has a glide angle about similar to that of the shuttle. I don't know exactly, but I bet turning the engines off on the Darkstar will create a shuttle-like approach to landing, no power. So we'll try to land it at Edwards like the shuttle did and see what happens. Here we go. First we got to get up to 50,000 feet. First we got to boot up. I don't know where the castle is, but that is probably real. And I, for the first time, noticed an airplane that's above the castle in the clouds in a left turn.
Camarillo Tower, Experimental 527 Bravo Charlie, ready for east departure at runway 8.
So here we go. We make a slight left turn, and this is the path to Edwards. So we're not going to do much turning, and here's the chart going over there. And we'll move that around a little as we go. Let's get going here. So we come up to full power, take the brakes off, get a picture look outside, and we've got the sun in the late afternoon. That's good. And so we just come up to full power, and we can scroll down here and click these babies up. Let that back out, so we got the afterburners on. Get the gear up.
Experimental 7, Bravo Charlie,
we're up to
continue for east
400 miles an hour, so we're going to climb.
Experimental 7, Bravo Charlie, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Goodbye to Camarillo.
Camarillo Tower, Experimental 527 Bravo Charlie, frequency change.
So we'll get up to 50,000, and by the time we get there, we're ready to start down. So we'll get up in the upper left-hand corner. We're coming around to heading of 030, so we get back on track. I think it's probably 035, 033. right there. 16,000 feet. We are in Southern California. We'll look down toward LA. We can barely see LA. Look at it this way. We can barely see it down there. Santa Monica, LA is off in that direction. And Santa Barbara is up there where the sun is setting. Santa Paula. Some of the Hollywood folks fly out of there. How are we doing? We're getting back on course. Looking up in here, we're looking on course, 20,000 feet. Full power. And by the time we get this thing up to a speed where the scramjets would light, we'd be at 50,000 and we'd want to start back down. So we don't need to mess with the scramjets. Now, I almost can see my destination, which I think is right about there. But we're going to shut off the engines after we crest these hills. The probably I-5 will go under us at some point here. This could be I-5 going up through here, the Grapevine. 26,000. We're on course. Let's see. Yeah, we can pull the nose up a little bit. We want to get up to 50,000. We want to simulate the Space Shuttle re-entering and landing with no power. That's the way they did it. It's probably all done with computers, autopilots. 33. We'll try to get it up to 50,000. We'll get a little left, little bit right of course. We'll bring it back here. 40,000. We'll get up to 45. How's that? We'll get it up to 45,000. I can see the runway. We'll just get over Fox Field is right under, right there. There's Fox Field right off to the left. When I got to the West Coast, the second flight I took was out of LA, next to LAX. Out of Hawthorne Airport in a little two-seater. I can't think what they are. It was a little Piper, tricycle landing gear. Okay, 43,000 feet. And of course the shuttle comes back in from 300,000 feet, 400,000, who knows. Miles up, 63 miles. We could figure that out. But anyway, I'm going to shut her down. And I'm going to turn off the engines here. Engines off. Engines are all, you can see everything's going to zero here. Here are the engines right on the left. So we're in free fall. And we're at 260. We'll try to keep it at 200 miles an hour. You can see we're coming down at 8,000 feet a minute. We'll push the nose over a little bit. We'll get in behind here. And we're heading right to the runway we're going to land at. We might have to click out the spoilers. We might have gotten too close or too much altitude, which when you don't have any power, altitude and speed are what you need. More altitude, more speed. So let's get up here. Let's see at 300. At 300, we'd have plenty of speed to land with. We want to have enough speed to flare out. If we were at 200, it wouldn't do much of a flare out. It would just kind of mush it right into the ground. So we'll try to hold this steady. We're down to 20,000 feet. Over here on the right, down on the right, lower right, is the speed. Here we can get rid of this. We're all on track. We almost didn't need our chart. You can almost see where you're going as soon as you get off the ground. We're really a little more speed than we need. Let's see how the air brake works. So watch the vertical stabilizers, the tails. Watch them splay out. Okay. Watch the airspeed come down. We'll come down, bring it down to 300, and then we'll shut that off. Okay, there's 300. We put them back in. I think we need a little bit more. I think we got the field made. And it's okay to overshoot here because the runway turns into the dry lake bed. Okay, we're just going to take it down to 285. We're down to 8,000 feet. I hope we didn't take off too much speed, too much altitude. I think we're all right. We keep it at 300. I forget what the shuttle came in at. Might have been 400. This might have a little more lift than the shuttle. Not much more lift than a brick. Now we have to remember to put the wheels down. I'm a little bit off here to the right. Let's get it over. So we'll put the wheels down. Check that the wheels are coming down. We're going too fast. The wheels don't want to come down. Okay, 200. Oh, we got to get the wheels down. The wheels don't want to get down. Now we're too slow. I don't know why the wheels didn't come down. They used to have aircraft. Let's see if this will pop up. No, it's down. It's down for good. Anyway, you could say you survived the landing. That's interesting. I tried everything. Now this setup I have is now almost going to be 3 years old, and it always has been a little glitchy. It isn't the most expensive throttle quadrant or anyway. I'm gonna stop there. Anyway, we'll look around real quick. We're here on the. Gonna have to call out the derrick. Not Derek. Don't call Derek. Get a derrick that can lift this and put it up on a flatbed before it catches fire. The early rockets had kind of like skis. They were skids, and they landed them actually on the lake bed. So these little they had I don't know what they called them, but they were like skis that extended like a landing gear. But they weren't wheels. They were skis that landed. So anyway, we survived. Okay, and we'll go back to the recording and stop the recording. Thanks for watching.